Hello, welcome to Local Edition. I'm Leslie Leyton. We're checking in now with Congresswoman Loretta Sanchez, representing the 47th District. Welcome.
It's always great to be here.
Yeah,
thank you.
Good to see you. What are some of the most important issues that you've been tackling recently?
Well, you know, recently the Congress was able to vote out a transportation bill, so we're really excited about that. It's not as much as we wanted. We know that transportation jobs are good paying jobs, and so what that means is that they actually create 7 other jobs in the economy. For example, you have somebody who's pouring concrete for bridges, transportation bridges. Then they go and they spend money with, you know, at a restaurant, going to a movie or whatever. That creates the jobs at those places. So it's a 7 multiplier. They're good jobs, so we're excited about that.
What are the actual projects?
Well, for example, one of the things that we've had a big controversy on has been the high-speed rail project. And actually in the House of Representatives, there was a vote taken to eliminate the monies towards California for the high-speed rail. It passed in the House of Representatives because, of course, there are a lot of Republicans who don't want that project, but I'm happy to report that it's still on schedule to be done. There was an important vote taken in Sacramento.
Do you think it would have passed in Sacramento if the $3.3 billion federal matching funds would have been in that package?
Well,
because some say that it passed because they didn't want to miss out on that money coming this way.
Well, the reason it's passed is because it's time for that project to happen. Look, every major country that I've been in, major economy, France, Germany, South Korea, Japan, China, these all have fast trains, high-speed rail now. We're the only country that doesn't.
But some would argue that we don't need it to cover that expense. We can get from San Diego to San Francisco easily. We're not dying for a train right now, especially in the economic environment that we're in right now. You mentioned a lot of other countries. Spain also does, but they don't have the ridership and the costs are higher than expected.
Well, the beauty of having California have a high-speed rail is that it's long. So from a physical standpoint, it makes sense to have this bullet train that would leave Anaheim and get you to San Francisco in 2.5 hours, for example. Anybody who has gone now to our airports understands that they're impacted, that there's all these security issues going on.
But do you think now
fuel
is the
prices.
time for this?
Well, yeah, I actually, you know, before I went into the Congress, I was an investment banker and I did large projects and I looked at them. And there was a time in California when they were proposing a high-speed rail, and I was actually the person who did the report that said every project has its time and the time for this project is not now. And it financially didn't pan out and it didn't make sense at the time.
But what about now if in California the governor wants to raise taxes to cover education, for instance, and you know, as we've talked about before, $1 is $1, and if you're spending $1 on high-speed rail, you're not spending on education, especially at the expense of raising taxes even higher.
Well, again, when you have these jobs that are created, there'll be, if you look at the Orange County Business Council's report, for example, you'll see that just between Anaheim and the LA area, there'll be 50,000 jobs created with respect to this high-speed
I heard something
corridor.
that for every $1 billion spent on the infrastructure, 18,000 jobs are created, but 18,000 into $1 billion isn't very great.
Well, these people are paying taxes, they're paying, you know, they're getting back to work, and that's one of the ways in which you re-engage the economy. You know, you have to make sure that jobs are created.
Okay. Unfortunately, we're out of time. It's been a good time just discussing this with you. Thank you very much,
Thank you very
Loretta
much.
Sanchez. And thank you for joining us on Local Edition. I'm Leslie Leyton.